look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what you're about to listen to in this reaction video, man, is kind of weird, man. This woman, to me, sounds like she's been smoking rocks. Why do I say that, man? Because you're going to have a fully grown adult black woman tell you that children should not respect or obey their parents. That the parents should yield to the children. Yeah. Let me go ahead, and she's gonna give you all kind of weird reasons as to why that should happen. But man, let me go ahead and get to it, man. The stuff I be finding when I do my own research, man. Hold on 1 second, I put on the thing. Boom. All right. Like I always say, let's get it.
One thing about the black community, they are going to cripple their children with this mentality of, this is my house. You have to do what I say. You are not allowed to feel any type of way. You are not allowed to have an emotional expression. You are not allowed to disobey me emotionally, because if you make me feel like I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to make you feel like you're doing something worse. That type of mentality in the black community is at an all-time high. You can't teach your children to be afraid of you and to not have emotions and not to feel anything, and then expect them, once they get of age and get out of your house, to be able to thrive.
Before she continues on and really make an ass out of herself, man, let me tell you something, man. What you're seeing is a classic example of what we are dealing with as men. Gentlemen, I told you before, if you meet a woman and she has a horrible relationship with her father, her parents, and these are not bad parents. I'm not talking about the piss poor ones, but a woman who was naturally rebellious during the time that she was growing up underneath their roof, run from her. Why? Because if a woman does not believe that she should respect the authority of the parents, especially the father, then she sure as hell is not going to respect the authority of a husband, of a fiance, or a boyfriend that's in her life. She's going to try to run over you, and she's going to want everything to be her way. But let's continue.
So telling your child you have to go to bed by a certain time is not what I mean. I'm talking about because they're coming to you and they're saying, I want to eat a snack after this time, or I want to go here with my friends and I want to experience life. I want to be social. I want to try new things as a child. I want to, I want to try to communicate with you the best way I can. You can't just shoot them down.
You hear her. A child is telling the parent where the child wants to go. The child is telling the parent, I want to go here. I want to do this. I want to explore life. This is what gets a child caught up. Not having structure, not having rules. This is how, I've never heard of anything like this before, but maybe you have. Isn't this parent shaming? I never heard of that term before, but it sounds like she's shaming parents. Ladies and gentlemen, you have every right to keep your child in line, to deny your child the things that they want, because they are dependents. Now, dependence does not necessarily mean that the only reason why they are dependents is because you provide for them financially. They are also dependent upon you for wisdom, knowledge, discernment, instruction. When we use the word dependence or dependence, we don't think of it that way. We always think about it in terms of we're taking care of a child financially. No, there's a whole lot of other stuff that come along with that word. And this woman is trying to make you look bad because you want children to obey the rules that you have underneath your roof. They are not paying the mortgage. They are not paying the rent. They are unable to pay the big bills. Even if they are teenagers and get a job, they are still incapable of taking care of themselves. You have every right to run your house the way you want to. See, this is the problem. A lot of young black women hate authority and rules so much. They put down the parents. That don't make any sense. This is why you got so many women that are hard-headed and won't listen to you.
As children and say, well, once you get of age and you get out of my house and you can pay your own bills and you get a job, then you can do whatever you want. No. It's, to me, that's selfish. That's selfish. What were you having the child for if you weren't going to teach them life skills? If every time their emotions mess with your emotions, you're going to abuse them emotionally. Every time they do something you don't like emotionally or it triggers you emotionally, you feel like, you know, oh no, I don't know how to deal with this, so I'm going to abuse them emotionally and make them feel like, no, you're not entitled around me or in this household, under this roof, you're not entitled to have those feelings.
Think about what she just said now. Think about this. If you tell a child that while you're underneath this roof, you got to obey me, I'm abusing you. If I tell a child, when you get old enough to leave this house, then you can do whatever you want to do because you got your own stuff. But while you live here, you're going to respect the rules of this home. And she says that's being emotionally abusive. How many of you have heard that before? Not the abuse part, but the part where it said, well, while you here, you're going to respect the rules of this house. This is this is stupid, man. She sounds like she smoked rocks, man. I'm telling you, something wrong with this broad, man. So she uses words like emotions to make you seem like you're abusive because you want respect in the house. You want obedience in the house from your children. This is why being a single mother is a horrible thing for a child in most cases, because women think like this shit here.
So how do you think they're going to be healthy when they go out and meet a man or a woman? I wasn't taught to have those feelings in my household. I wasn't taught to be an adult. But now when I'm here, the abuse is going to repeat itself. So you're having children for very selfish reasons. You're having children for the aesthetic. Wow. Because when you're slightly discomfort as a parent, you're going to pull the hierarchy card, which is abuse.
The hierarchy card. Reminding the child that you have all authority and that you are the adult and they are the child. Back in the day, they used to tell you, stay in the child's place. Stay out of grown folks' business. You hear grown folks talking. That will be considered to her as pulling the hierarchy card. Do you hear this lunacy, man? That's abusive, though. That's emotional abuse.
Teaching them necessary skills. Okay, yeah, you need to go to bed, but you're growing too. You're a first-time parent. I don't care how many children you have. Every child is different. You have to learn how to do things differently. You can't, this is my household, them to death. They're gonna be running up out of there. You wonder why y'all don't have a healthy relationship, and you trying to blame them for not having a healthy relationship.
Oh, you can't get no more dumber than that shit there. And and I bring y'all some dumb shit regularly. Now that was just mind blowing. I came across her just listening to her trying to reason out why children should not obey the parent and why parents should not control the child. I don't really. boy, that was a hell of a man. I was trying to control myself, but not interrupting as much as but I just couldn't, man, because she just kept saying so much stupid trash, man. I had to jump in that thing. You dig what I'm saying? But man, I feel sorry for the youngsters out there, y'all. The hierarchy card, she says. Wow, man. Wow. So putting the kid in their place is abusive. Boy, these bras be saying some of the most dumbest shit. I tell you, brothers and sisters, man. Anyway, man, that took me back. I mean, I'm just like, this bra cuckoo, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, look here, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Y'all take it easy now. Yeah?